What is up, loved ones? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Lolo. I am already late because my steamer broke. It fell off the counter. As we are doing Glam today, I was like, let's chit chat, let's chop it up, let's talk about the things as we get ready for our first screening of Bob Trevino Likes It, coming to theaters March 21st. Go ahead, check to see if it's in your local city. And if it is not, don't worry, it will be expanding to other cities. I just don't know the details of that, okay? I don't know if y'all saw my last video about my adventure of the very first time of me getting acupuncture. For those who haven't seen it, I ended up experiencing acupuncture for the first time. It was the complimentary service for helping out with the wildfires in LA earlier this year. When I went, I'm thinking I'm doing regular just acupuncture, and come to find out she does this whole kind of healing situation on me, and there are things inside of my body that she believes is hindering my health and could be the reason for why my body is a little out of whack, and has been since I was 14. Ever since that experience, I've been thinking about this conversation of holistic healing versus Western medicine. And I know as people with disabilities, there is a lot of mixed feelings around this, because when you are a person with a disability, people are constantly coming up to you with all of these remedies on how to heal your body. Oh, my aunt had fibromyalgia, and then she took 3 teas and did ayahuasca in Brazil, and now she's perfectly fine, or whatever the case is. And a lot of it could feel very extreme in many ways, to be completely honest. But I can honestly say that I've always been open to holistic healing. It's always been my vibe, but I've seen documentaries where people change up their diet or do ayahuasca in the woods, and the next thing you know, they're so enlightened, and now their body is healed, or they have a better understanding of life, or their depression is gone, their anxiety is gone, all these different things. So I do believe that it is helpful, but it's like, where are the people with disabilities in that space that can honestly attest to holistic healing actually working? With just as much information out there about the power of holistic healing, there is that much information out there that Western medicine is not in anybody's best interest. I'll just put it that way. I do have the belief that there are some things that, yes, Western medicine has had some incredible advancements in that you can't get from herbs and teas. Mind you, just prefacing now to say it because I know how the internet does. I am no professional in any area of this. I have not done ample crazy research or anything like this. This is just generalized opinion based on things that I've come across in my own life. I know that there are advancements in Western medicine that have been really helpful for a lot of people, a lot of technologies, medicines, and things like that. But I'm always been the one that's just been curious about, do we need to be pumped up with all these different medications? There's gotta be a different way. It's like when you see those commercials for new prescription drugs that get approved, and they're frolicking in flowery. Oh my gosh. I'm wondering if I'm even saying a word at this point. Flowery woods. Oh God, I don't even know if I still said that right. They even took my time. Ooh, let's cover up this new growth in the brows. They frolicking in the woods and green pastures and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, take this medicine. Some side effects include blah, 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 blah. And you'd be like, now, wait a minute. I thought this was for allergies. Why might I accidentally suffer from a heart attack when I'm taking allergy medicine? How does 1 and 1 equal to, ain't nobody else concerned? Now, granted, if you are at a point in your life where you're like, look, I cannot take this discomfort or this pain or whatever your symptoms or disability might be, do what you gotta do. But I'm always the person that is curious around holistic healing. What if there is something? Now, speaking truthfully and being very vulnerable in my own experience, with me, I haven't had the best experiences with Western doctors. Anytime that I go to some sort of specialist or whatever the case is, I just never feel like they do their full due diligence with my particular disability. For anyone who doesn't know, my disability, I was diagnosed with ALS when I was 14. However, as of recently, I started the journey a few years ago, which is like an older video on my YouTube channel. So y'all could go check that video out too. I've brought back the investigation again after my awakening and started investigating. Even recently, people have been like low-key bullshitting me. And I'm like, listen, if someone is coming to you having lived 15, 20 years longer than expected, wouldn't you want to dive a little deeper instead of just looking at me? You know what I mean? And here's the thing. I know something's going on because with physical therapy that I've been doing for the past couple of years and the assessment of me in physical therapy, I am getting stronger, which is not typical of the condition that they diagnosed me with. We gonna have to figure something out, child. And honestly, anytime that I go to a holistic practitioner or anyone who's into holistic healing, they always believe me. They always want to investigate and they're so curious and they're come back again and try this and let's go here and do that and all these different things. So I just be like, there's something about this holistic healing thing. And maybe it could just also be my own fear of like, I just don't like medications. I don't trust them. I'm not a fan of them. And honestly, I've never actually had to take too many hard prescription drugs. They've always tried to give it to me and I've always refused. Now, there was a certain point when I got injured before my awakening that I was definitely taking narcos and all kinds of shit. And yeah, that shit was no joke. Granted, it helped. I'm not gonna lie. It for sure helped when I was in pain. But at the same time, I didn't like that I had to take it. That was my thing. And honestly, there was a certain point when I was in the hospital that something in my body and my spirit was telling me that I didn't need it anymore. If I didn't say anything, they would have kept pumping me with the shit. And that's the part that becomes annoying because they'll let you just keep running up your bill, taking shit you don't need no more. That's unnecessary because you just in there in the hospital doing your thing. You know what I mean? And I don't like that. So sometimes when I think about holistic healing, I'm always thinking about why don't more people with disabilities talk about holistic healing? Why are people who are holistic healers just not referring to people with disabilities? Are y'all not treating disabled people? Are disabled people not trusting you? I would feel like the disability community and the holistic healing wellness community should be hand in hand with each other. We should all be besties. Or maybe it's the case of there are people with disabilities who went to holistic healers, and because they got healed, they're no longer people with disabilities, so they don't identify with the community anymore. What if that's the tea? Which could very well be the case. What do y'all think? Go ahead and leave a comment right now. Drop it below this video and let me know what y'all think. Because I see a lot of times people with disabilities, they will poke fun at people who recommend holistic options for their healing. And they're like, oh, no, I'm not going to drink a tea. No, don't tell me to drink a tea and sit in the woods for 30 minutes. That doesn't work. Blah, blah, blah. And sometimes I wonder, as people with disabilities, have we put too much trust in just traditional doctors and trusted their word when there have been times of people being misdiagnosed or discriminated against in the medical field. Hold on. Yeah, I did that last shot. I wonder if y'all can see it. There it is. So I wonder if some people with disabilities don't even want to, either we put too much trust in the medical field or we are just choosing not to practice holistic options because rooted in maybe like religion that they don't believe in. A lot of holistic practices tend to be very spiritual. From my experience, there are still ways you can heal holistically that have nothing to do with spirit. Now, me, I'm all about spirit. I'm all about God. So it's not that big of a deal for me. But for some people it is, and I can understand it because everybody has their own belief system. I've always wanted to talk more publicly about like my preference of holistic healing or just the idea of it, of the possibility of it. Maybe I just like the possibilities of it. I don't want to take wild medicines and prescriptions that make you feel more sick than what you started. And when I was going through my awakening, I took this one prescription. When I tell you, I felt like my mind, I don't know where my mind went, to be honest. Like my mind was somewhere else. And this was supposed to be something to help me sleep. And it just took my mind to a place that was not healthy. Not even a little bit. So that's why it's like, I just can't. I just wanted to get y'all's opinions on that. To be completely honest, I think with it being 2025, there is so much room for possibility, especially when it comes to our health and our wellness. I think people with disabilities should be more open to exploring it. Why should we be left in a box? Oh, we have a disability. Only traditional Western medicine and doctors know what to do with my symptoms or know what to do with my health. Girlfriend, you might want to second guess that. You might want to think something a little different. Sometimes I see things online of people complaining about certain symptoms and that kind of thing. And I be wanting to be like, yo, have you thought about this? Because I saw a video where this helped somebody and I don't know, maybe it would help you, but you don't want to offend nobody because that could be a very offensive thing for people to be like, I'm over here hurting from this, or I've got these kind of symptoms, and you trying to tell me to go talk to some random person and drink a tea or a tincture or whatever. Get out of my face. So you don't want to offend nobody. When I think of holistic healing, one of the things a lot of people talk about is the benefits of sea moss. I know a lot of people who use things like sea moss and Chinese herbal teas, and they go to a Chinese herbalist and they get some special blend based on whatever it is that they're going through, and they say that it helps. You see it all over the place. You see it on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, so many different places. Now, if you are a person who has experience with holistic healing, drop a comment below. Let us know your thoughts on this, especially since I'm wrapping up my makeup. Let us know, because I would be very curious of hearing and learning more about people's, okay, this is not, I would have wanted something a little deeper, but that's okay. It's a little too late. It is what it is. I am team holistic healing based on my experience. I am going down the route of holistic healing now. I will definitely be making a video about that one day soon enough, but that's my direction because, like I said, traditional Western medicine has never taken me as serious as I've always wanted my health to be taken. It's just like the disrespect, the negligence, the avoidance of answering my questions. It's just always been a thing, and I've never been a fan of that. The holistic practitioner I'm working with now is really great. She's a beautiful Black woman and been helpful to me, honestly. Look at this Fenty Beauty gloss. I really hope this is the extra pizzazz that this needs. Oh my God, look at that. I wasn't ready for it to look this good. Look at how good that looks. Like, what? So the holistic practitioner that I work with is absolutely amazing. And we gonna see y'all. And I've been documenting things, even though y'all ain't seen it yet. I've got my proof. So we just gonna keep rocking and rolling and working on get this body healed, baby. Oh my gosh, that looks incredible. So good. I almost don't want to talk anymore. I just wanted to just set. Okay, so with that, this is the final makeup look. I think I did a pretty good job. So now it's time to put on the rest of the outfit to get the final reveal for this Get Ready With Me. All right, y'all. Let's put the whole outfit on. Get into, baby. Okay? Listen, get into the heels. Okay? Get into the casual but we elevated it, like this is a small screening. It's going to be with a group of great people, but we're keeping it small, we're keeping it intimate, so we didn't want to do too much. Plus it's raining outside right now, okay? And so we got the denim with this great cropped jacket with the cropped top. We elevated with the accessories and the heels, and it's really serving a look. Honestly, now you guys understand why I picked such a dark lip color, because it goes with the whole fit. It ties in the color that's on my feet and brings it back up to my face to feel like a more cohesive look. I really hope that y'all enjoyed this conversation and this chit chat. Like I said, I want to know all of y'all's thoughts and opinions below about holistic healing versus Western medicine, and put it in the comments below, y'all. Let's have a conversation, because like I was saying in the video, I feel very strongly that people with disabilities is left out of the holistic healing conversation, and we don't need to be. We need to be a part of it much more, and to explore our options as we are all trying to heal our bodies, disability or not. Okay, love y'all. Bye.